everyone, Alchemyst here with a new video for the new 900 RPM machine gun. The Retrofit Escapade is one of the hottest new machine guns to come out in a while. Its rapid-fire frame archetype allows it to grant deeper reserves, allowing the weapon to roll out intense damage on rangers without ceasefire. It also is able to cripple bosses with a barrage of volatile rounds to weaken their defenses. There is very little that this machine gun cannot do, given that your request isn't completely unreasonable. So for today, we will get you kitted out with an overall god roll guide so you know what to achieve for with this machine gun, and an overall DPS test so you know what you're getting if you satisfy with the 4 out of 5 god roll, or if you push yourself a little bit further this season for the crafted god roll version. So without further ado, let's get our hands dirty. Now, we will do a quick breakdown to take a look at the perks that are available. Starting from the right to the left this time around, mainly because the perks that we're interested in are comboed within each other. The two primary options that I think are a great fit for this weapon are both Golden Tricorn and Target Lock. I know. One for All is pretty good and is an amazing pair up with Stats for All or another reload boosting perk. However, the creme de la creme, I believe, is Target Lock overall. Golden Tricorn is an amazing on-demand damage, knock out an enemy, combat normally, throw a nade to finish off with your weakened target with your melee, boom, 50% damage on demand and ready for whatever comes its way. Though the reason I think that Target Lock is my go-to is that getting Golden Tricorn to proc and activate in certain situations can prove unruly, especially in those boss areas where the enemies are lower density, and it's often better to focus the boss instead of building up the damage in the first place. Not to mention that the classes aside from Hunter class will have to work to get to their volatile round bursts on top of that. Though in retrospect, Titans and Warlocks have a glaive weapon that can just
forcefully scoop out their enemies.
But that weapon is for a different video entirely. The point is that the Target Lock perk simply requires that you hit your shots and stay on target, which in most use cases isn't for long. Without any help from your subclasses, this thing absolutely shreds major enemies without any help from volatile rounds. For bosses, the retrofit isn't bad. Though not great for boss damage by itself, the addition of volatile rounds spike its damage to extremely high paramounts. This paired with Target Lock, which ramps up to 40% with 5 sacks, simply for being patient and doing what you're going to do anyways, is a much better perk overall for the weapon, so we're going with it. Now, for column 2, I think that the overall winner is 4 times the charm. Rapidly hitting 4% shots stores 2 bullets within the magazine. The kicker is, the bullets of the magazine aren't drawn from your reserves. It's like magic bullets produced from thin air. Effectively, you're increasing your overall magazine size using this perk. Our second good choice is good old Feeding Frenzy, as many do prefer to use this machine gun for ad clear. For our magazine perk, I think Appended Mag is the best perk for retrofit overall. You get an increase in magazine size with 0 downsides. For most other machine guns, they don't need to worry about the downside of lower reload speed using backup mag. Most of the machine guns carrying around Subsistence or Feeding Frenzy to offset the perk, specifically to chew through ads. But most machine guns aren't really trying to contend for boss damage. Note that how often a weapon gets back into action is equally as important as dealing damage overall. Although Tactical and Flared Magwell are great, with Flared Magwell for the reload speed boost and stability bump, or Tactical with the mix of reload speed and stability, it's just that Appended's bigger mag makes the 900 RPM machine gun's abhorrent recoil direction much more manageable to deal with. It is best suited for the major shredding, boss crippling monster it wants to be, and allows you a better chance to hit your shots if you're having a bit of trouble staying on target. Our barrel, I chose it with the idea that we want our firing to be stable. And with that thought, Arrowhead Break has no closer. A massive plus 30 to your recoil allows you to have greater control to an otherwise extremely bumpy firing archetype. With an extra handling bonus being there with essentially 0 downsides, I think that this is the ideal barrel perk for the Retrofit Escapade. As for the masterwork, your best bet is reload speed. The faster your ammo regenerates, the faster you get back into the action. Simple as that. Commentary on the uncrafted Escapade. This is just to get a general ballpark of what you would get if you satisfied yourself with the 4 out of 5 god roll, which is 4 times the charm and Target Lock together at once. The damage, as you'll soon see, compared to the crafted version is not night and day, but it's very noticeable, I would say. Here's the damage. I think that the damage is pretty good by itself, given that we used everything we needed, well, tether, and volatile rounds on between. So I think that this damage is pretty good. So here is our crafted version. We use dependent mag for this test as we believe that the reload speed is ideal. I don't think you're going to run through a whole boss with one mag, so I think that putting it a little bit more into reload would be better than having 8 bullets in the mag, including 4 time to charm. With that said, however, if people are down to do some tests, I would be more than willing to do it with backup mag and be proven wrong. Overall, however, I really do like this test. It does really kind of show the differences between how big your mag can be and how effective it is while doing the boss phase, and I really like that when combined with volatile rounds. So here's the overall damage test. I think it was pretty good, but it shows just how far Retro Escapade can go as a bossing weapon, especially without Wither Horde. Okay, shoutouts to RokDC for the information, as well as Destiny Massive Breakdowns for their help throughout this journey. Without them, I would not have been able to make this video. So I'll be leaving both of their information within the description. Rok tested every shot that came out of the machine gun we tested without any volatile rounds, and this is what we got. Feel free to screenshot or whatever, but in general, we have an overall 45% damage boost with enhanced involved. I'd like to thank everybody for being so patient, and I would appreciate a like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one.